Oh my God, you know, it'd be a really great idea, guys. This would be so cool. We'd totally go viral. If we went inside of the patient examination room and posed next to the women's discharge on the bed, right? And then we could talk about all the little great gifts that they left us. It's going to go viral. People are going to love it. 2 hours later.
These nurses in California were just fired after posting a TikTok making fun of their patients at their OBGYN. So this person right here, she's the ringleader of this. It was actually on her TikTok account. She had all of her nurses pose around a picture and said, "Are patients allowed to leave you guys gifts?" To which then she posted pictures of her fellow nurses posing with what people are saying is bodily fluid from their patients on the sheet here at their OBGYN. And these are the gifts that they said that their patients are leaving them. We love our gifts so much. And they're making fun of the bodily fluid that these people ended up leaving on there because they're at a doctor's office. This woman here even stuck her tongue out and got her face right beside it. She said all shapes and sizes. And then you had all of them post together and say, "Make sure to leave your healthcare workers sweet gifts like these." And after that video went viral on TikTok, Sutter Health, who owned that doctor's office, actually made a post saying that the woman who owned the account has been fired and the other people that were posing have been put on administrative leave. Quickly after that, people went to their IG and figured out that Sutter Health was actually deleting comments when people were asking why they allowed their employees to post something like this.
So this happened this month over the Labor Day holiday, and I've been holding this video because, you know, what happened with Charlie Kirk. But I still wanted to put this out there because I thought this was such an idiotic move. So here's the thing. You have so many women, and by the way, all those workers I understand were fired. What time is it? I don't want to go too long in this video. This is going to be a short video. You have a lot of women who are already apprehensive about going to the doctor. They hate going to the doctor, and sometimes it's to their detriment. Some of them will self-treat. Some of them will just ignore a problem until it manifests into something more serious. And so this does not inspire confidence for a lot of women who are already fearful to go to the doctor. Because these, I almost call them bungies, but y'all know what bungie is. If y'all been watching my channel, y'all know what bungies are. But these bungies decided that they need to do a TikTok video. TikTok, because this is going to go viral. And it did go viral, but not in the way that they expected. Okay. And when you go to the doctor, all your business is out there. I mean, from the time you walk up to the table, to, you know, the receptionist, they want to know your date of birth, your name. They want to know all these personal, what are you here for? In that time, people inside the waiting room waiting to see the doctor. So you're already exposed. That's number one. Number two, you go into a room with strangers and then you're dropping trowel, taking off your clothes, right? And having to spread eagle for strangers. Now, we accept it because that's what we have to do to go and see a doctor. Then the nurse comes in. Nobody wants to know that the people who are providing medical care to them is poking fun at them. And this has been a trademark of nurses for a number of years, especially in this country, where they take to TikTok or other social media platforms and embarrass their patients. I remember a year or two ago, there were some who were talking about my ick. The ick that I have when dealing with patients, meaning like when women are in labor and they're screaming, when women are in labor and they may accidentally poop the bed, which is quite normal. Now, I know a lot of them have enemas before they give birth, but sometimes that happens, right? And it's like, you need to just shut your damn mouth because you're in that kind of work. You're in that line of work. Now, a few months ago, I did a video about what do they call some estheticians who were blowing the lid on customers who were coming there and getting their hoo-has waxed. And they were doing it like in story time form, saying like some of the things that they were dealing with. I feel like that's a lot different, not a bit different, but that's a lot different because at least those individuals are going there for an optional service. You're going there to get waxed. You're deliberately choosing not to wash your backside before or wipe your backside in some cases before you go and open up to someone. That's totally different. You have people who are just being nasty and just going there. When you're going to a doctor because you have a medical issue, that's completely different. And at least the people who are estheticians were smart enough not to go into their place of business and say, "Oh, she was laying right here. Let me take a picture next to it. Oh, let me show you this bedding where she pooped my bed and all that stuff." They were smart enough to do that. Now you got your nurses who aren't even. Someone in that group should have said, "Hey, ringleader, I know you want to go viral, but I'm going to sit this one out. I don't think you should be doing that. But if you want to go and do it, that's on you. Everybody's smiling inside of it. And why would this even be considered gifts? A lot of the fluids that you're seeing on the bed doesn't have to be vag discharge. It could be. It absolutely could be, because women go there for a variety of reasons. But it could be sometimes when you're doing pap smears, they use, not sometimes, they put like KY jelly on the speculum so it glides in very easily. Some women may have been dealing with incontinence. You don't know what the situation is. Sometimes it's saline fluid. It could be anything. And why was this gal? Why was she posing next to it and sticking out her tongue? Why was she posing next to it and sticking out her tongue? This is creepy as hell, yo. This is weird. And then just seeing that, I just imagine them taking up all the bedding and all that stuff and just sniffing it backstage. Yes, I do imagine that, because if you could pose next to it with your tongue out, what else you doing? This is gross. You know what I hope? Rightfully, they were fired. And they need, I don't know if, I know a lot of these companies have their strong social media clauses and that sort of thing, but I would think that's especially strong inside of the healthcare services or the healthcare industry. But I hope these individuals don't have the opportunity to work inside of the medical profession again. And some of you might say that that's extreme, but this is what they reported. This is what they did. This is what they chose to upload to TikTok or whatever social media platform they were on. Who knows what else they've been doing? And if you can't be trusted with individuals' private business in a hospital setting, in a OBGYN setting, then I don't want to trust you in any other medical profession setting. I cannot. Because this was crazy. Nurses, please, y'all busy doing TikTok. That's why some of y'all ain't attentive. When the people calling for help, y'all can't hear them because y'all busy. Oh my God, it's a TikTok. Yeah, it's a TikTok. Pay attention to your patients. Stop TikToking it. Because you could be TikToking on the unemployment line. TikTok that. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Just a quick video, one that I could not let slide because I am just seeing too many of these nurses doing this foolishness, and it needs to stop yesterday. Not now, yesterday. Follow me on Instagram at ThisBabyGal. Follow me on my blog, thisbabygal.com. Follow me on my podcast. If you are listening on podcast, watch this video on youtube.com/thisbabygal. Buy me a coffee if you like me and you want me to drink a coffee. You only need to buy one coffee. No, buy me a coffee. All the information is down below in the description box. If you don't want to buy me a coffee and you just want to contribute financially to this channel, you can become a channel member. Details in the description box. You can send me a Cash App or PayPal. Details in the description box. And I will see you all in my next video. I'm going to try to put one out tomorrow if I have the time. See you guys later. Bye. Mwah. Toodles.